Hey everyone, thanks for listening to You Will Be. This is a little backstory or behind the music about how the song came into fruition. And really it all centers around this one scripture found in Galatians 4, verses 6 and 7. So I'm going to read that. Because you are sons, God sent the Spirit of His Son into our hearts, the Spirit who calls out, Abba, Father. So you are no longer a slave, but a son. And since you are a son, God has made you also an heir.
And really, that comes from a prayer meeting that happened here on our campus. A group of us came together at night, and there were just some things that the Lord was laying on our hearts to pray about. And one of the women in that prayer meeting, the Lord impressed upon her heart a very specific prayer of He has to be the one to move. He has to be the one to speak. He is constant. He is consistent. He always is. And just this deep cry of Abba, Father, like you are everything that we're gonna need, came out. And I grabbed the first piece of paper I could find and just started taking notes on a scrap piece of paper, because it was just so sincere and so genuine that this is what this world needs, and this is what our heart's cry is on this campus. And I brought it the next day to Ben and Joey and the guys, and we sat down and took time to really think over the words, even think over the scripture that these words came from. Nothing musically happened that day, but it definitely put an impression on our heart, and it spoke to us. So we took time that night to pray about it, to sit on it, and then we came back the next day and things started moving.
Yeah, that night I went home, and I remember coming up with that first verse just from the notes. I think I grabbed my phone, took a voice memo, put that, initially it was a guitar in the intro. So we came up with that riff and that first verse, you are not a stale or stoic God that does not speak. And brought that back in the next day. And then from there, musically and lyrically, the song starts to take off. And Joe, tell me what happened.
Well, I took the, I was looking at the verse and just seeing what really we could pull out of it. I wanted to pull out the most that we could. The moment where it talks about God's Spirit is in us, we're sons now, we're heirs. That was really important. That I wanted us to capture that, and it didn't just say that we were sons, but it said that His Son was in us, and I thought that was just, it's such an important thing to remember, especially in worship. It's nothing about us. It's all about Jesus in us, and I really wanted to bring that out. So that's where the line, you're not looking for the perfect ones, you see your Son. When you see me, it's really talking about Jesus. So whether you're a girl or a guy, it's not you're not talking about son and daughter, you're talking about Jesus Christ. That's what that line is.
That was the backstory for You Will Be. Thank you so much for listening to You Will Be. It's been really encouraging for us, and be on the lookout for new music from us. We've got some more stuff coming out very soon, and you can listen to it anywhere you listen to music.
From the depths of my soul.